Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Now a first carry here for their running back. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
7 yards there and a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. set to take the field. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ratliff, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a give, right side. Ratliff. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Leach. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Take it at the 37. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. Ratliff. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. It's the fullback. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Right back to him on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. Over the middle, it's complete. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This one taken in by Otten. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The New York set to take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down. Leach. Another pass complete to Bellinger. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Leach. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup, but it will come on what should, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the victory as his guys push their record up to 8-3 on the year. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Ian Book, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And bulldozing his way through. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 66 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground. Ratliff. And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. On first down, Ratliff. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Ratliff. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Leach. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He connects with Hyatt. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking Hyatt's way once again. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And New York set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st down, Ratliff. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Now a give right side. Ratliff. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Leach. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. 119 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick slant to Shakir. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Back to throw again. There's a nice move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Hyatt there to grab it. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Khalil Shakir from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw. Leach. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Looking to throw. Leach. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Leach. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
So the Broncos now down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 50 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Giants, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.